guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle, and in this video I wanted to talk about how to transition to a plant-based or vegan diet. I have been vegan before and I'm currently transitioning back, and I just wanted to give you guys some of my tips and tricks for transitioning a little bit more seamlessly and making it a little bit easier on not only you but also your family. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to go over are your options for transitioning, and I find that there are 3 ways to do this. The first of which is to just go cold turkey. So basically you're just throwing everything out of your refrigerator, freezer, and your pantry that is either an animal product like actual meat, that is an animal byproduct, which are things that come from animals, so eggs, cheese, milk, things like that. And then you're also throwing out the items that have animal byproducts in them. So maybe you have waffles or cookies or cereal in your pantry that has milk or eggs in it. You're throwing those things out as well. So the second way that you can transition is by phasing things out. So you'll see people who are wanting to be on a plant-based or vegan diet, and rather than just getting rid of everything all at once, they'll kind of phase things out. Like they might in the beginning stop eating pork, and then once they're comfortable with pork not being in their diet anymore, they'll stop eating beef, and then once they're comfortable with not having beef or pork for a while, then they'll stop eating chicken. So you'll see them just kind of phasing things out and going one step at a time rather than doing it all at once. So the third way that you can transition is to do what I call the use up method, and that just means that you're going to use up the things that you currently have in your refrigerator, your freezer, or your pantry, because most people don't want to throw away perfectly good food. So as far as me, I transitioned the first time using the cold turkey method. I was watching a lot of documentaries and I just wasn't feeling it, so I decided to give away the things that weren't open to like neighbors and family members, and then the things that were already open, I just threw them away or poured them out. And from then on, I just did not eat any more animal products, and I maintained a plant-based vegan diet for about 10 or 11 months. And this time, as I'm transitioning to a vegan diet, I'm using the use up method. I was kind of anticipating doing this. I knew that I wanted to transition back, so I hadn't been really buying a lot of animal products. I'm down to like only a few things left in my refrigerator and freezer, so once that's gone, I just won't buy any more. So now that I gave you guys just a couple of methods for transitioning, I wanted to give you some tips and tricks to help and make the process a little bit easier on you. I know it's not the easiest thing to do. I feel like there are going to be temptations along the way, but if you're prepared, you can definitely make it a little bit easier on yourself. So the first tip that I have for you is probably kind of cliche, and you probably are going to hear this a million times, but it's really true. And that's just to commit to the process and be firm in your decision that this is what you want to do, and keep in mind why you're doing it and what the benefits are for you, or what you feel like the benefits will be. And once you've decided that you want to do something, it just makes it a whole lot easier for you to stick with it and follow through. And tip number 2 is just to be prepared, because it's very easy to make bad decisions when you're hungry. So make sure that you have groceries in your house. Make sure that you have recipes planned out. Make sure you have the correct groceries that match up with the recipes. Make sure that you're getting a lot of inspiration from YouTube videos and Pinterest and things like that, so that you're excited about the food that you're going to be eating. All that stuff really helps with the process. You really don't want to just have salad in your fridge. You want to be prepared, and you want to be making sure that you're going to be full and you're going to be satisfied with the food that you're eating. And then my third tip is don't restrict yourself. So practice intuitive eating, which means just eat when you're hungry and eat the things that you're craving, as long as they're obviously vegan or plant-based. You don't want to be eating real burgers and stuff like that if you're trying to go vegan, duh. But yeah, just make sure that you are eating what you like. And also don't limit entire food groups. So don't cut out sugar completely. Don't cut out all carbs. Don't try to do a vegan keto diet as soon as you jump into being vegan. I feel like it's just too much and it's overload. Once you've decided to become vegan, just be vegan. If you're restricting yourself on top of already kind of restricting yourself, it's like you're just doing too much. So why even put that extra burden on yourself? You might as well just stick with being vegan, because you're already cutting out entire food groups by choosing to eat a plant-based diet. So don't then cut out extra food groups on top of the food groups you already cut out. Does that make sense? You got it. Tip number 4 is to eat grains and beans. You really want to make sure that you're eating your carbs. And as a vegan, that's going to come in the form a lot of times of quinoa, rice, oats, and other grains. And then you also want to make sure that you're eating beans, lentils, things like that. They're high in protein. They're also high in fiber, so they keep you fuller for longer. You can't just eat salads and fruits and vegetables and think that you're going to be able to stick with this. You really need to be eating foods that are going to give you enough calories to carry you through the day. You don't want to be having headaches, and you don't want to be just hungry. Like, who wants to be hungry? Nobody wants to be hungry. I don't know why people feel like vegans just eat grass or plants or whatever. It's a huge misconception. People who are on a plant-based diet eat pretty much the same foods, and that kind of leads me into my next point, which is eat what you like, but just eat a vegan version of it. So if you like to eat pizza, make vegan pizza, and you don't even have to add cheese to it. You can just do sauce and veggies, or a vegan meat replacement, and drizzle a sauce on top as opposed to having cheese. I mean, there's plenty of ways you can do it. There's really no limit to what you can do on a vegan or plant-based diet. If you like to eat spaghetti and meatballs, continue to eat spaghetti and meatballs. It's kind of a no-brainer, but I feel like that's one of those things that really trips people up because they're so focused on trying to eat healthy as opposed to just eating things that they like. In the beginning, it's just much more important to focus on being able to stick with it as opposed to trying to eat the healthiest diet that you possibly can. You're already eliminating a lot of the GMOs from your diet, and you're already eliminating all of the dietary cholesterol from your diet. So just eat the things that you already enjoy eating, but make it vegan. So hopefully that is making sense. I really want you guys to be confident moving forward and be able to adopt this lifestyle and not feel like you're giving up everything. I mean, it really shouldn't feel that way, and if it does, you're probably doing it wrong. I really want to kind of shed some light on the topic and enlighten you guys, and just motivate you to try it out if you're already thinking about it anyway, which you most likely are because you're here on this video, which is all about transitioning to a vegan diet. So if you're going to do it, you might as well do it in a way that you can actually stick with it. So my last and final tip is to incorporate alternatives into your diet if it helps you. So if you like to eat burgers, it's okay to start eating Beyond Burgers or Impossible Burgers or whatever, just so you can get a burger still. Because if you like to eat burgers, I feel like it's pretty unrealistic to expect yourself to never eat a burger again if your ultimate goal is to make this a lifestyle and to do it for life. So you're going to eat burgers, you're going to eat fries, you're going to eat pizza, you're going to eat all the things that you were eating before. The goal is just to eat a vegan version of it. And I feel like I'm kind of like preaching that, and I'm like saying it over and over again, but it really is true. That's how I was able to do it for so long. I just ate the same exact things I was eating before. I just found a way to eliminate the animal products from those recipes. So if you can do that successfully, I feel like it'll be a whole lot easier for you to stick with it. And that's going to be my goal moving forward on my channel. I really want to kind of educate you guys and make it a little bit easier for you to transition. So if you're interested in this kind of content, which I know you are, you might as well go ahead and subscribe so you can, be a part of the family, join the team, learn more. I'm going to be doing recipe videos moving forward. I'm going to be doing more informational videos like this, which are just kind of giving you some tips and tricks and just things that I'm learning along the way, or things that I have learned in the past. All things that you can use, and giving you actionable steps to kind of help ease you along in the process. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you know somebody else who is also thinking of transitioning to a vegan or plant-based diet, make sure you share this video with them, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.